they're putting every nickel they have into the down payment and the closing costs, and you know, it's very hard for people to save, you know, $50, $60, $100,000, whatever, to buy a house. Most of them these days are going FHA, which is 3.5% down plus closing costs. It's very easy for that to be $15,000 or $20,000 or $25,000. There's not a lot of people walking around with $25,000 in their wallet, or in their checking account for that matter. So after you come to terms and there's a little back and forth, try when you're negotiating the contract not to be emotional. If they say something that offends you, try to ignore it. Try to keep your eye on the prize, which is negotiating a price that's fair for both people. You work, and if you get your hackles up when they say something, you know, when they lowball you, you're going to have a lot of trouble. You know, so try to be mature about it and don't take it personally. They're just trying to save money. Money that you don't get is money they do get. It's they perceive it as you do, as a kind of a zero-sum game. There's some tricks of the trade that we have that can help you avoid it being quite zero-sum. But so you have to be aware that that's going to be going on in the negotiating. So now you have to fill out the forms, the purchase agreement, the disclosures, all that. Now you have to make sure, before you accept an offer from someone, you have to make sure that they have a pre-qualification letter from a qualified lender. You do not want to accept an offer from someone that doesn't either show you bank statements that they have enough cash to pay for the property for the amount that you're going to agree to, or that they have a letter from a lender saying that they qualify for more than what it is that you're asking for. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for a big problem. You should probably check to see if the lender is honest. If it's a big name like Bank of America, that's fine. You can probably trust. Those guys are very careful about putting their names on pre-qual letters that aren't real. There's lots of brokers that are very careful about it too, because the only thing that you really have in this business is your reputation. But there are others who are less scrupulous, and so you want to be sure that they actually saw their income documentation, they saw their credit report, they saw their bank statements, and it's not unreasonable for you to require that you see their income documentation, the first page of their credit report that has their FICO scores, and their asset verification documentation. It's not outrageous that you ask for that. When I represent you, I make sure I see all that stuff on your behalf. It's probably less threatening to the buyer to show it to me than it is, pardon me, to you, because they're feeling like they're disclosing private information. But if they're serious about buying your house, they should be willing to whip it out. So now you have the pre-qualification. Now you have to get a qualified escrow. Here in Southern California, the title companies do have in-house escrows that can hold it for you. Or you can hire an independent escrow company if you need a referral to an escrow company or a title company. I'll be glad to give you one. That's fine. In Northern California, almost all the escrows are held by title companies. I'm not really sure why. Historically, it's worked out with that north-south divide, but it has. So now you go to escrow. They have to apply. In the contract, you should put some time limit for them to do their inspections, for you to provide your disclosure documentation. The forms we use all have all that spelled out. And there should be that they have to close the escrow by a certain date. Otherwise, it could drag on forever, and that doesn't do what you want, which is to sell the house now for the best price. So once you have all that done, the escrow should make sure that everything's done. If they're professional, that's another thing a realtor does, is tracks to keep, to make sure that the loan is on target. For instance, in the form we use, we usually give them 17 days to get the appraisal done and the loan approval, not pre-approval, but actual full approval with an underwriter's signature on it. They have 17 days to do that in the way I usually write contracts. There are reasons why you might want to give them a little more time or something like that, but in general, 17 days is usually what we go with. So now we're coming down to the wire. They have the loan, they've signed the loan documents, they've put their money in escrow, you've signed the grant deed, all that stuff. The escrow will make sure you're going to be signing, especially the buyer. The buyer is going to have a writer's cramp just from signing their name. It's a good idea to read all the documents you're signing. In my experience, very few people actually do. If you feel the need to have someone help you interpret the documents you're signing, that's another thing that I could do for you. So now you're getting ready to close the sale. It's appropriate for the buyer, and this should be a condition of the agreement, has another walkthrough of the property 5 days or less before the close of escrow. The reason being because there's some unscrupulous sellers, especially if your home has some very nice fixtures. Let's say it has a very nice chandelier. Any fixtures that are attached to the property, unless they're specifically excluded in the agreement, belong to the new buyer. You may not take the chandelier down unless it's written in the agreement. It's a breach of contract. My phone number is area code 818-921-0150, and my email is bruce@bruceroth.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.